This is Lydia Fenwick, aka Life Illustration. I am a professional illustrator based in California, and I am here today to review a really cool art box made by Doodle&Sketch. Now, this art box is their summer edition, and it focuses on plein air or open air painting. So there are supplies in here for watercolor painting outdoors, and supposedly I won't have to use any outside materials to be able to create a painting with this, so challenge is on. But before I show you guys what's in the box, I'd like to mention that Doodle&Sketch is actually a Russian-based company that is now moving internationally, yay! Which means everybody can start to get these boxes sent to them. And usually in their monthly boxes there is a professional modern artist that works with them to put together their favorite art supplies along with an interview and a little tutorial so anybody can try out new supplies without having to break the bank and learn some really cool new tips. So I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be getting some of those. But for now, I'm really excited to try out this plein air, open air painting box. Okay, time to open the box. It's so cute! Look how nicely packaged it is. Now I'm told that I can actually paint on this box or use it as a mixing palette, and I think I could take it apart, yeah, and use it as a place for me to put my actual drawings. So we'll see how that works. It works kind of like an easel with a palette, which is so cool. The box is even cool. Alright, I don't even know where to start. But I see stickers, so I'm starting there. Oh my god, these are so cute. There's so many stickers! Okay, so there's a bunch of stickers with their little adorable mascot. It's like a frog monster thing. And he says, "Draw and win." It's so cute! I'm gonna put it on my journal. Or my sketchbook. I put stickers on everything. I make them and put them on everything. And drawing and winning is how I plan to do my life. Very important. Alright. They also, so cool. They include Russian power bars. I can't wait to try this. There's apple, I think, and orange. That's so cool. I love trying different countries' food. They know you'll get hungry in the field. Okay, and next we have, oh sweet. I have a Japanese water brush pen, so I don't even have to take my own brush out. It's all right here, and you fill it up with water and squeeze a little out and mix paint with it, and it's just, you don't even need to dip your brush. It's so cool. Awesome. Awesome. Alright. Then I have a mechanical pencil with 0.7 lead, and I'll use that to sketch my initial sketch with. And then, oh yeah. Then we have tape, which you don't think you need until you see somebody use it and you think, darn, I wish I had tape. This is a really good thing to have as a watercolor artist because it lets you tape down your paper and it won't, you know, wrinkle and ripple as much, and when you peel it off you have a really nice thin white border and it just makes it look really clean. So that's really great. Thought I was gonna have to bring my own tape. Don't have to. Business card. Everybody needs a business card. Doodle&Sketch.com. Nice. Nice. We even have tissues, which you also don't think you need, but you definitely do, especially with one brush. If you're just using one brush and you don't have something to wash your brush off with, you need to blot your brush and blot off some of the extra paint. So this comes in handy. Just be sure to clean it up and not leave it in your, you know, wild park. Alright, so next I have a nice little tin. Ooh, really nice tin. Ooh, and it comes with a pilot eraser and 4 paints. 4 paint blocks. We have Madder Lake, which is Red Light. I use these colors all the time. And it's by 3K, which I believe is a Russian paint company, and I've seen it on Blick.com. I get a lot of my art supplies on Blick, so this is great because I don't have to buy a bunch of them and try them out. I can just try them here, and if I like them, I can actually buy more. So we have indigo, nice dark blue, cadmium yellow, very popular yellow, and ultramarine. So I will open those up, and I can just use them in here. This is so great. Everything's so compact. When you're doing outdoor painting, you really need everything to be really small so you don't have to carry a bunch of stuff around with you, and you can paint wherever. And lastly, oh, these are the watercolor papers. Yes. Holy cow. Look at all these. Look at all these. That is a lot of paper. That's a ton of paper. Look at all this. Look at all this paper. Wow, I thought maybe there would be like one or two in there. So it looks like you get to really decide which paper you like. There's a little bit of rough, not rough, cold press. Cold press has a little bit of green. And this is Arches. Arches is an amazing brand, and I use it all the time, and it looks like, yeah, all of these are a few different brands, and they're all 300 grams, which means that they're very heavy, and when you paint on them, they won't warp as easily, so that's really cool. And you got some rough paper. I've never heard of this brand. Moulin du Roi Torchon? Probably saying it wrong, but it looks really cool. Probably saying all these wrong. Lana Aquarelle Fin. These are all different textures. Oh, and then we have some drawing paper, I think. Nice set of drawing paper. And got some satin finish, which is really, really smooth. Like hot press. Hot press is really smooth, and it gives a much different feel when you watercolor on it. So there's just a ton of different textures in here and different papers, so you really can try everything out, and they have the little tag on them, so if you really like a piece of paper, you can go and actually buy more. So that's incredibly helpful. Dang, this is a lot of stuff. I'm really impressed. I am going to pack this up and head out and draw it in my backyard here, well, back of my backyard, and I'll see you there. So I have hiked out to my backyard. I'm actually in front of somebody else's backyard, but that's fine. And I'm attempting to paint one of the most difficult times of day, which is called golden hour. And golden hour is when there's just really pretty gold light streaming through, and it's right before sunset. So we'll see if I can do this. If not, you won't be seeing this, so it doesn't matter. So I have chosen one of the Arches papers. It feels like cold press. It's kind of rough, which I'm used to. And I'm going to take out my tape, my paint, my water brush, which I have filled with water, and this pencil, and of course my tissues, and flip this box like so that I can tape my drawing right here, right there. I believe you use the other side, and use this as a palette and wipe it off. This is so cool. I've said this is so cool about a million times, but this really is so cool. Ripped a little, but that's okay. Never seen a more useful box. Usually I have to lug a huge palette out here, a huge water container, just a ton of stuff, and this just eliminates so much of that, which is nice. Okay. So now that's all taped, I can put this away, and I'm just going to take a few of these out and put them on my lap so that I can blot with them. Got my brush, and real quick before I start, I'm just going to get a really quick preliminary sketch of what I'm going to draw. It doesn't have to be too detailed, because you don't want to press really hard down when you're watercoloring, or else you're going to get quite a lot of pencil in your drawing. And I mean, if you want that, that's fine. But usually I tend to wait until I'm done to decide whether or not I want thick lines around it. Just kind of doing quick outline. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to be more of a 15 to 20 minute plein air study. You can go as long as you want. The great thing about OpenAir, and I'm using OpenAir and plein air interchangeably because it's really the same thing. But the nice thing is that you can get a really rough color study down and go back inside and use your imagination, or even take a picture and continue what you're doing. Pathway here. So I'm being really loose with this. I mean, that's you can barely see anything, but it at least maps out some shapes. Okay. And then I already opened all my paints. I don't need this right now. Might need it later to get rid of some of the pencil. Now I'm going, to get my water out and kind of start the brush by squeezing it. Getting, some of the water out. That's okay. You kind of want to get this a little wet to start. Kind of start the paint up because it is dry. And then with, look at that, that's so cool. This is literally a palette on a box. I didn't even know that was possible. So, I'm going to start with a lot of yellow. Really washed out yellow with a lot of water. Because it is that golden hour. There is a lot of yellow in the sky. I'm even going to put it down in the sky. I'm just going to do a really light yellow wash. Squeezing out a lot of water. It's going to be wet into wet, which means I'm putting down paint into the wet area so it spreads out across. And this is just a really nice quick watercolor technique that allows just a lot of that watercolor look to show through, if you know what I mean. Well, you'll see what I mean. You don't need to know what I mean, because you'll know sooner than later. So I'm just really getting water all across here. Just to start. I don't always do this, but it's nice with plein air to kind of let the paint do what it wants. It looks very natural. Get some nice yellow in there. Woo, that's a lot of yellow. That's okay though. We're gonna make it yellow. And in case, this happens, do know that watercolor dries much lighter than you think. So that yellow will seem like nothing very soon. Especially because it is a very yellow cast in the sky. Look, it's already drying. Now, I'm abusing this brush and it's handling it. It is bouncing right back. Look at that. So I'm putting a lot of yellow where I'm going to see the light shine through. And then, while it's still wet, I am going to use some blue for the sky because there is a blue tint up there, and I'm kind of wiping up the water, the excess water as I go. No need for some of that. Okay, a little blue, really light blue. Even lighter. There we go. Very light. Kind of streaking it through while it's wet to give a natural kind of
blend into the paper just like the sky does naturally. And the sky is darker towards the top. I'm going to put a little more up there. Back home, and I'm just doing some finishing touches on my painting that I didn't get to do out in the field. Basically, I let it dry, and I'm just putting in some darker areas, some detail areas. Usually I use some ink, but I don't really need to do that because with the indigo, it works almost just as well. So I'm adding some little leaf details here. You know, just kind of playing with it, having fun. Remembering certain things from, out in the field and adding my own imagination. I think I'm gonna stop here. I like where this is. So what I'm gonna do next is take off the tape slowly so I don't rip the paper. See what I'm talking about that border? It's so worth it. It just makes everything look so clean. Thank you for including tape. Ta-da. And there you have it. Nice little watercolor sketch. Oh, I can't forget. Can't forget to put my little signature. Put it right here. Ta-da! A little signature there. Show one more thing. Look at this. Put some water on here. Take the cloth. And it wipes right up. I mean, that's amazing. And I can use it again as a palette, no problem. Nothing on my fingers. What? Okay, so here's my finished painting. I had a whole lot of fun using this box. It's super portable, there's really high quality materials, I don't have to bring anything else. I'm definitely going to be taking it with me open air painting again. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys get out there in nature and paint!